Hi, my name is Chris Keener, and this is my presentation on the life cycles of butterflies and frogs. When determining which two organisms I wanted to select from our list, I was surprised to learn how many things that frogs and butterflies have in common. The first of which is that both frogs and butterflies have literally thousands of species, and additionally that both butterflies and frogs can be found on every continent in the world with the exception of Antarctica. I suppose the biggest thing that they share in common is the fact that they each have four main stages of development, and that each begins their first stage as an egg. Butterfly eggs are laid primarily on plants by adult female butterflies. They can lay hundreds of eggs and need to do so because only a few will end up surviving all the way to adulthood. And you can see in the video there what ended up emerging from that egg is the next stage, which is the larvae or the caterpillar, whose primary job is to eat. And they stay relatively close to home and often eat the very plant that they were laid upon. They almost exclusively rely on plants as their primary source of food, and as they continue to feed, it will continue to grow and develop and shed its skin 4 or 5 times before it reaches its largest size prior to the next part of the transformation. Once fully grown, the caterpillar will often leave its place of feeding to travel to a safer place to begin the metamorphosis. When looking for the final spot to make that final transformation, it's been known to hide in leaves. Here it's attached itself to a living branch, if you will, but it can also almost bury itself in dead leaves underground or in dirt or next to rocks as its place of refuge. And what ends up emerging is the adult butterfly. Some of the non-living impact factors regarding butterflies, especially once it has reached the adult stage, is the fact that its diet changes. They rely on water or nectar from flowers. And they've got these tube-like tongues that they use for nourishment, but they've also been known to feed off of rotting animal matter. And now we come to the frogs, which we've already talked about, have over 5,000 different species. They live on water and land, although they begin their lives in water. Like the butterfly, they're cold-blooded, which means their body is the same temperature as their surroundings. They prefer ponds, lakes, or marshes because the water doesn't move very fast. They also absorb water through their skin. Some frogs are slimy because they're covered with a mucus-like coating, which helps to keep their skin moist, which helps them to breathe through their skin. The mucus often contains other chemicals like antibacterial or antifungals to help protect the frog. So they begin as an egg, just like the butterfly. They are also laid by the adult female in these, the mass is called spawn, frog spawn, hundreds, sometimes even thousands of eggs, and they're encased in this jelly-like substance which helps to protect the individual egg from predators before they hatch. And the process of amplexus is when the male frog attaches itself, sometimes for a few days at a time, to the female in order to fertilize the eggs. Just like the butterfly, not very many make it to adulthood. So that is why there are hundreds, sometimes thousands of eggs laid at a time. What ends up emerging from the egg is the tadpole. Tadpoles born in water, they're born with gills and often kind of manifest fish-like behavior. They have a little tail which they wiggle around to move around so that they can feed. They feed on algae and other green-like substances in their place of birth, and similar to fish as well, they almost run around in schools and find strength in numbers because their chance of survival as an individual is greater if they stick together. As they continue to mature, their diet begins to change. They'll start feeding on small insects like flies, mosquitoes, and moths, but they are still very vulnerable at this time and spend much of their time hiding as they make that final transition to adulthood. And really the last thing it has to lose is its tail. Their lungs are not all the way developed at this point. Again, transitioning. Once they become a frog, they've lost their gills, and then make their way up onto land as an adult frog. Adult frogs can spend time both on land and in water. They do like to stay moist. But the start to finish duration of the cycle to become an adult frog is between 12 and 16 weeks. The non-living impact factors of frogs, again, water is huge for them. That's how they breathe. They absorb the water through their skin, but they spend a great deal of time around ponds. So they're near rocks and spending time in and around dirt as well before they make their way back into water, which is where the females will once again lay the eggs to begin the cycle all over again. Thanks for letting me share my presentation.